Hi, my name is Ruby Reeds and I'm here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. This week, things got shady and political. First off, we need to talk about the mini challenge this week, which had nothing to do with anything but was nonetheless very enjoyable. It was, of course, the extended pit crew mini challenge, so to speak. There's one of them in every season where the pit crew are joined by a myriad of other scantily clad men. The challenge tends to include the queens standing there guessing something about something while the men just stand there being half naked. The winner of the mini challenge this week was Derek Barry, who of course would win a mini challenge that requires no actual discernible skill. That was Shady, and I promised myself that I would not get down on Derek Barry this week because she actually kind of turned it out. A lot of that admittedly had to do with the fact that she was teamed up with Bob the Drag Queen for the main challenge this week, which featured the queens pairing off into teams of two to create ad campaigns that not only explained why they should be America's first drag president, but exactly why their opponents shouldn't. This challenge obviously felt tailor-made for Bob the Drag Queen. I mean, it included acting, it included writing, it included comedy, all things that Bob has proven up until this point to be very good at. More surprisingly was the fact that Derek Barry really rose to the challenge. When she was teamed up with Bob the Drag Queen, I was very concerned for Bob having to sort of drag Derek Barry through that competition, and that's not how it ended up being at all. Derek really elevated herself to the same level as Bob, and it was really great to see. She just dove into it head first and just embraced that challenge to the fullest, and made me consider Derek Barry as someone who deserves to be in the top 5, which I hadn't really thought of up until this point. Obviously Bob had a lot to do with her getting to that place. Bob's ad was funny and clever, and some of the jokes just genuinely made me laugh so hard. The one line in particular that I love was the line, "Designed by lesbians, so you know it works." I fucking love that. Some of my closest friends are lesbians, or lesbian adjacent, so I really appreciated that joke. Another ad that featured a lot of jokes that I really appreciated was kimchi. Obviously she talks a lot about how much she likes to eat, which I identify with on like a spiritual level. But also just like the self-deprecating tone of it is something that I enjoy doing myself, and I really appreciated that aspect of the ad, and I thought it was done very well in a very humorous way. And as RuPaul said, it was great that she brought in that thing of no fats, no femmes, no Asians, which is everywhere on sort of queer dating apps and sites, and it really makes those spaces feel fucking horrible sometimes. So I thought her ad was on point and made me laugh, but it was incredibly unfair to bring up kimchi's speech impediment as a negative aspect in that ad, because I don't think it affected her ad in the slightest. It was something I admittedly at the beginning of the season worried about in terms of how that would affect her in acting challenges, but I don't think it has, especially not in this ad. And I loved her look this week on the main stage. I mean, all of the looks on the main stage were pretty solid. I loved the black and white realness theme. I also loved Naomi's look on the main stage. I wish she would have brought some of that grey into like her thigh area, but otherwise so on point. And can I just say, Naomi and Kimchi, I am so here for. The two of them are adorable together. I may actually die of happiness if they turned out to be more than friends. That would make my life. Now, on the opposite side of things to this very positive, happy, sunshiny RuPaul's Best Friend race area, we have Thorgy, who basically stepped right into the bit of boots Betty left and has been really unpleasant in my opinion. to be perfectly honest, there's been something about Thorgy from the very first Meet the Queens video that has rubbed me the wrong way. I could never really put my finger on it. It was just a slight superiority complex. She thought that sort of the decisions she's made have elevated her to a level above everybody else. And just constantly being so jealous over Bob and Bob's success, instead of just focusing on what she's doing and doing that to the best of her ability, she will glare at Bob and roll her eyes at Bob's success. And it's like, no girl, focus on you, care about you, do things to the best of your ability, and don't like be mad that someone else is doing better than you. Just do better. And beyond just having a negative attitude, Thorgy's problematic. Your fave is problematic. From like the white boy dreads to the comments about like, oh, Spanish women don't shave their legs, to doing fucking Michael Jackson and Snatch Games. There's something about her that's just slightly offensive at all times. And it just, I've never liked her, and I don't understand her rabid following online that are up in arms about her being eliminated, and up in arms about her even being in the bottom two, randomly being judged as part of a team. No, judged because she didn't do a good ad. Her ad was not funny, it was not clever, it was not concise, it didn't fit the brief. And her look on the main stage wasn't good. She deserved to be in the bottom, and her lip sync was poorly. Chi-Chi, on the other hand, dominated that lip sync. Just dominated it. Chi-Chi portrayed that raw emotion that that song needs. And it gave me goosebumps to watch. It brought tears very nearly to my eyes. And Thorgy just didn't get that emotion. She was smiling during the performance. She did a fucking like handstand flip. I'm like, no, you don't do a fucking handstand flip and I'm telling you. No. And it doesn't even matter because no one was looking at Thorgy during that lip sync because Chi-Chi was just giving her everything. If Chi-Chi could just bring a fraction of that drive, of that emotion into her main challenges, she could be a legitimate contender, but she isn't doing that. She isn't showing that fire and that drive in her main challenges. She's just still kind of half-assing it, I think, and it's frustrating to watch. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, please do. I personally do RuPaul's Drag Race reviews almost every Sunday. Yeah.